We are the pigs, and we're going to stab your wife in the head in front of her kids. I'm Jason.
I'm Jules.
And
we doing filmographies. So yeah, no surprise there's not a lot of information on any of these movies on IMDb.
Apparently, I feel like the pigs basically didn't even come out. It's very odd. There's no information about it. He took his name off as the director. It's Sergio Lapel or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I thought it was not an Onur Tukel?
Tukel?
I think there's no...
He wrote and directed it, though.
Yeah, but he took his name off of it. Didn't turn out right.
It's like a financier kind of thing?
What do you mean?
Like the producer steps in and is like, oh, we got to add cartoon blood and...
Well, he was able to get $40,000 for it. It's a $40,000 budget. And he's like, we should have had 10 times that.
Sure.
Yeah.
29 of that went to Robert Longstreet.
He said, I should have just written another movie. I've been able to write other movies on the fly, when he gave some references, but we tried to do the pigs, and it was unfortunate.
Kind of hard to say what it was aiming for.
Yeah, I can't imagine with a bigger budget it would have been better.
I mean, it's absurdist, but it's like so childish.
Did you know Ding-a-ling-LESS only cost $75,000?
And I mean, that's a far better picture.
He says it's because they had a real team working, like studio level audio engineers and lighting and all of that.
Yeah, it felt like all of the dialogue was re-recorded.
In this thing?
For the pigs.
Yeah, it's an ADR.
And nightmare. A majority of the people in it are, I would venture to guess, not actors.
I think you'd probably be right. I thought it was very funny how he just kind of sadly opens the commentary with, we were originally doing the commentary with Robert Longstreet and one of the producers, and things just got really negative. So here I am by myself. And
the new director guy?
Onur.
Onur. He's doing the... Oh.
And he just kind of... He sounds so sad. It's crazy.
I don't even know why I'm looking at my notes. I don't got anything.
He's so disappointed.
Well, what are you going to do, you know? You try to, I don't know, do something and kind of wasted $40,000, but you got Robert Longstreet.
The pigs. Robert Longstreet is in this movie. Guys have their wives killed to be happy bachelors. Robert is trying to sell property to another dude. What is it, Fantasy Forest?
Yeah. Some shit.
There are infomercials for the fake in-world company that does whatever. It's clumsy, absurdist fuckery with a bunch of non-acting motherfuckers fucking around. Fuck, man. Joe Latrulio was the highlight for Jules, who was otherwise completely checked out. Fuck, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good synopsis, Julian.
Mm-hmm. How did they land Joe?
I don't know. I mean, it's long before Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
This is probably...
Oh, wait. When is this thing?
07? Is that right?
06, maybe?
05.
Post Superbad, pre-Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I was just going to say, was this Superbad time? When did that movie? 2007. Pre-Superbad.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this is post the state.
Oh, God, yeah.
Was he on Reno 911? Was he on Viva Variety?
I don't think so.
I don't think anybody cares about Viva Variety.
No.
Oh, we're getting distracted. So, there you go. That's how they got him.
Okay. $5.
$5.
He's on Fiverr.
Fiverr didn't exist back then. You could get on MySpace. Maybe they MySpaced him.
Maybe.
This is my space.
I mean, God bless him.
Tell me about this movie, Julian. You liked it. You were completely tuned in?
Yeah, I think you said that 3/3 of this movie is the greatest movie you'd seen.
Incorrect.
So far.
That's the wrong movie you're talking about.
And I thought, wow, 3/3 of this movie.
It was 2/3 and it was... Lo and behold.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, boy. You know, where to start? I mean, obviously at the beginning, but right off the bat, it's very obviously cheap. What was weird about all of these movies, because little inside baseball, we're doing 3 episodes tonight.
Yeah.
The Pigs, and then...
Great World of Sound.
And then...
Lo and behold.
Great World of Sound felt like it was filmed 10 years earlier than it was.
Sure.
Quality of the film quality. This feels like they had a high 8 lying around and... You
don't think this is digital?
It's so fucking pixelated and grainy. I don't know, man.
I think that's just digital and low light.
Maybe. So it starts, and Robert Longstreet...
it starts at the gym with old Denty Head and the other old man talking about being hitmen, doing wet work.
It's no different than what we were doing at Red River.
Yeah, I don't remember them giving us no $5,000 bonus every time we clipped somebody.
For the government?
Yeah.
And that guy's got his head dented in.
He does. He looks like the Toxic Avenger.
And we can't find any information about him, right?
I wasn't even sure, looking at IMDb, without referring to the actual movie, who he even is.
His name's like Teddy or Kenny or something.
It does not show up. There. No. And he's a pretty pivotal part later on. Well, post-credits, I guess.
He's only, they filmed the opening and the ending.
Mm-hmm.
completely separate from the movie, trying to bookend it to make the movie better.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he made that up later, long after the movie was done wrapping.
Because I thought the box said that, the wives are being murdered and nobody seems to notice or care.
That's true.
It may have even said they didn't know who was doing it.
It's the pig.
Yeah, it's quite evident who is doing what.
Did you think it was Denty Head?
Was it not him?
It's not him.
Who is it?
I mean, I assume it's that guy that quits and gives the job to other dudes.
Oh, right, because he gives him the bag. Right, so what the hell is Denty Head doing?
I don't know.
He doesn't sodomize, we know that much.
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny.
So I will say this, because this movie, boy, I didn't realize that they were actually planting a kernel for bras when they mentioned it halfway through the movie.
What?
Bras?
What about bras?
The woman group.
Oh.
At the end. They mentioned them earlier about some wacko, I forget what the acronym is now, Radical Action Squad.
BRAS is an acronym. It stands for Bimbos Rescuing America's Space.
But then when they pop up, because throughout the movie I'm thinking, who are these good-looking women?
It's ridiculous.
At first I just assume it's just a part of the absurdist nature of the film.
Correct. They just all
Just-
automatically rewarded with beautiful women after their wives are murdered.
At the wake,
Yeah.
no less.
It's a gift from something.
But then as it goes on, I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's the senator who's supplying these women to butter everybody up. But then Robert Longstreet's like, I need all these women to butter up the senator. So right before the other shoe drops, I'm like, I don't understand what's going on here. And then it drops, and I said, oh, I guess that's kind of clever.
I liked a little bit. It seemed like the women were like turning on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that interesting because they were like dream ladies before that. And it's like, all right, now they've murdered their wives. They've got their dream ladies. Now are the dream ladies souring on them and they're going to be right back at square one?
Well, I thought that he was going to propose to that lady and then we would see them become unhappy and then he has her killed. Yeah, so yeah, he has his wife murdered, Robert Longstreet, because he's not happy.
It's horrifying. Right in front of the kids, right? Is she the one that gets murdered in front of the kids?
Yeah, they're having a slumber party.
Yeah.
Is that what is it? Windwalker? Kissy McFiddlestick?
Thunderbird Whittle?
Didn't whittle?
Thunderbird Dinwiddle?
Wiki?
I think it's Thunderbird Dinwiddle.
Okay. Is that her?
Dinwiddie.
Is that her?
I think so.
Okay.
She's hot, right?
She's all right looking.
Yeah.
The one guy who's the most faithful to his wife's pretty good looking. She reminded me of Rhoda Mitchell at one point. So the pig guy comes in. There's like a bunch of girls hanging out at a slumber party, and he starts murdering her. But there's a like cartoon effect added
With the blood, because they can't afford to do the blood.
And later on, during like the massacre montage, I don't even think he's actually holding a knife. I think they add that in there too.
Sure.
Because he's just, you can't do that with a fucking dull knife or a fake knife even.
I was thinking it was one of those blades going to handle knives.
No, this is like a butcher knife. So the handle doesn't quite offer enough room for the blade to go in.
Can I say, when this pig shows up,
Mhm.
I find it frightening. When the pig man appears,
Good effect.
Is he behind the TV? He appears or behind the fridge door. I feel like people close doors or open them, and he's just right there, and it's scary.
Yeah, it is pretty scary because he's got like military garb on.
Yeah, he looks like he should have a dented head.
He does. He should. And he just murdering, and I guess it's like $5,000
Yeah,
or something.
$5,000 to kill your wife, and it's a freeze frame on the wife's head as the knife slaps into the forehead, and all of the children are looking right at it. So it's very upsetting.
It is. And so she's dead. They're having the wake at Robert Longstreet's friend's house.
And he's having a great time.
He's just yucking it up.
Paul, I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, thank you.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know.
Well, really?
Yes, of course.
Actually, there is, because I just really clogged that toilet in there, but I bet if you took one of those coat hangers and mashed it around, it would go down.
His wife's brother's like,
How many times was she stabbed, Paul?
You know, we didn't have a perfect marriage, but I cared for her.
Yeah, I overheard you telling someone how many times she was stabbed like it was a piece of trivia.
Because he is a blog activist
oh, yeah, me too.
who tells it like it is and loves America.
Oh, man, me too.
And-
Help the people.
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
Well, I should be president.
You aren't?
I am not.
Jesus, this country going to hell in a handbasket.
If you try to shoot somebody, the gun explodes in your hands and shoots you in the face. That's the new gun law.
That'd be great.
I just take away all the guns.
Yeah. With a big magnet. Yeah, slingshots. So he's having a good time. He's coming on to the ladies. One of them gives him her number.
I think that's Thunderbird Dinwiddie.
Maybe. So then basically his friend, he doesn't like his wife. He works at a weird factory.
Yeah.
They cut timber.
I guess.
And he works with Dr. Dick.
Yeah.
Who's great. Except for the ADR.
Brainal seepage?
Yeah, it's this awful condition. It's this gray gunk comes gushing out of this crack in his head. He's got to wear a helmet and everything.
Yeah, and he was in Undertow also as the guy at the shipyard.
And that guy, he's trying to get a raise. His female boss, you know how they are.
Bitch.
Come here.
Oh, nice.
And she's like, you ain't getting no raise, motherfucker. And so he's like, all right, you know what? I'm going to have my wife killed. And he does.
And that guy's good. I've seen him before.
Oh, okay.
He's got a very specific look to him.
He does.
This is him younger than I think I've seen him.
Yeah, we see him without his shirt on, too.
And
a big Robert Longstreet bulge.
Oh, yeah, when he's sitting around his underwear on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spread eagle.
Isn't he doing that in Lo and Behold, too? He's just...
He shows his butt.
Shows his butt. I feel like I saw him wandering around in his underwear a lot this time around.
Yeah, he's laying in bed in shorts, but what's the other one? Gray one? No, he's not naked in there. And so, he has her killed and whatever.
Be a lot cooler if he was. That's my Matthew McConaughey.
And be a lot cooler if he was.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
So she's dead, and he's happy now. He has a wake at Robert Longstreet's house.
Yeah.
And Longo is like, hey, man, bang on this broad. We're going to go do some four-way action. And he's like, oh, I couldn't. And she, oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah.
So they're doing pills and drinking, and they try to make it look like a raucous time.
I know. I remember when Longstreet's like screaming in his face.
Mm-hmm. But they're just hanging out.
4 people.
In like
a well-lit room.
Just, yeah, a dining room. There's doilies on the table or whatnot. And so then now Robert's seeing brunette. This other guy's seeing blonde. Robert's trying to do a land deal with their other friend who is happily married. And he actually goes to the sheriff because he's like, something ain't right here. And the sheriff's like, well, I don't know. I'll look into it, I guess.
Now, what you're telling me is you can get your wife killed?
Mm-hmm. So sure enough, he shows up to somebody's house and the killer guy's there. What are you doing here? Oh, I left my shaving kit. All right. Hey, you blocking me in. Oh, okay. Hang on. I got a cellular call. Hello? Oh, I'm unhappily married. I'll talk to you when I get home. Hey, you don't like your wife, huh, cop?
Tell me more about this.
Tell me more. So then the sheriff and his wife go to some other couple's house because they have a pool. And the wife's really swimming it up. They go, where? She's still out there? God damn, you getting one of these pools? He goes, no, I ain't getting no goddamn pool.
I don't like her. You think I'm going to put a pool in for that? No good, Nick?
And then the pig guy shows up and kills her outside.
And he's like, what? Did somebody kill my wife?
Yeah. What happened?
I've been in here with fellow witnesses.
Mm-hmm. And
y'all my alibi.
So he's kind of covering it up a little bit. The more people we see get killed, he shows up to one of the crime scenes and he notices like a fiber on her corpse. Yeah, it's just really in there, And
trying hard to get in there and see if he can figure out where it goes.
Mm-hmm. But he's got sausage fingers.
Yeah.
So
like Prince Charles. Have you seen those fingers?
No.
Oh man, he's got some medical issues.
Big hands. Yeah, man. Well, there's little sausages throughout this movie.
Oh yeah, they're supposed to taste terrible.
They're little weenies that everybody's eating.
Every time people would talk about how bad those weenies were, I was like, oh man, is it ground up bodies? But I'm like, no, the bodies get found every time.
Mm-hmm.
Bodies are not being hidden or disposed of.
No. There's no national response from the Federal Bureau of Investigations.
All these wives are getting murdered constantly.
And all these guys are like dating hot chicks.
Seems pretty sus.
But I'm having trouble at home. So what were you talking about? So, it's Robert Longstreet. So throughout the movie, they're doing infomercials for the company that I don't know who the company is. And then there's a minister talking?
Honeycutt Global?
Honeycutt, but what are they? What is that?
I don't know. What are those?
Oh, that's the senator. His company.
Okay. Are those girls in bras?
Yes.
Is it a bra ad or
it
is
is.
Just like an ad for women?
No, it's a support system ad. And the guy doing the ad, he's then the guy who does the self-defense ad. Teach you the death touch. which is what kills the guy later on.
Bill.
The death touch.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. I missed the death touch. I don't know. Probably out of boredom. My brain probably actually turned off.
Could be, man. I was looking at so much homoerotic pornography during this, just trying to pass the time.
I would go into the fugue state and it's
You're picking it up.
Yeah.
That's how they speak the language.
And then I'd come out and be like, oh my God, only 30 seconds has passed.
Yeah, I'm laying in a pool of mud. Nude. What's happening?
Jason, you're covered in shit again.
Don't come down here. So, fuck, man. So Honey cuts the senator. There's some priest guy who's doing a testimonial about stuff. So Robert Longstreet's trying to sell him, the Forgotten Forest or Neverland or some shit.
Happy Forest, Special Forest.
Yeah, he's like, there's a college there, college there. And
I think it's the Magic Forest.
Okay, and then that's when they mention bras. He goes, who's your other offer? And he goes, well, this far left group.
They call themselves the Bras. Yeah, I've heard of them.
Fuck, I'll buy it. Hooray! And so then they're kind of partying. Robert Longstreet's partner, he doesn't really play that much of a part.
No. Are we talking about his friend, his second wife killer?
No, the other guy who doesn't kill his wife.
Okay.
Who goes to the sheriff.
Does he never kill his wife?
He doesn't. And later on, there's some dispute between him and Robert Longstreet where he doesn't want to sell the land. But he's like, well, there's a contract you and I signed that says if we get an offer that's a certain percentage above asking cost, we sell it no matter what, as long as one person wants to do it.
Yeah.
He goes, well, what the hell? You should have read it.
I mean, he still gets his cut, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so whatever. Fuck off.
Yeah, I think there's one moment where he is actually a little upset with his wife for something, but I don't think he has her killed. So then they're having this party, and the senator's there. The blog brother, he's just been like going further and further off the deep end.
Yeah.
Joel Latruglio, he says,
we can't run this. You say organized religion is evil. Capitalism is evil.
No.
Benny, come on.
No.
The government is evil, and that the school systems are evil, and media is evil, and spaghetti and meatballs are evil.
I can't publish this article. You say America's evil. And he goes, I don't say that. But they have a cover mocked up, and it says America's evil right on there.
Yeah.
Is America evil?
Yeah.
He goes, people will lose half our readership, and the other half will read it out of morbid curiosity. I gotta get the truth out there, man. I thought maybe he was going to try to hire the killer to kill Joe, but so the guy who had his wife killed, the second guy, he's just becoming like an unstoppable force at work.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Move guy from there to there, and we can shut that line. We don't even need that. Well, that's a damn good idea, And
you've increased production 35%.
30 million 100 times,
I'm ready for my raise.
We're letting everyone go. The owners are closing down all their North American factories and taking them overseas.
But I need this job. I'm about to get married. She's going to marry me.
I want my raise. And she goes,
back off, Larry.
So he wants to have her killed, but he doesn't have any money. He also wants to marry the blonde. She doesn't really want to, but she jokingly says you got to put a ring on it. So there's a guy who worked at the plant who had either gotten hit or something happened.
You remember Clifford. He was the guy that worked over in Plant C before it was shut down. He got that big insurance claim when that beam fell on his head.
So he wears a helmet. He acts extremely mentally challenged at times.
I don't even
Fits?
know.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe those movements.
Because he lives with his mom. The first time we saw him, I thought he was just like a slobbering mess. But then he's actually a little bit more coherent later, although he does that sort of stuff. But he's got $1 million, right?
Yeah.
And so the guy goes to him and he goes, hey, your mom's a bitch. He's like, yeah. I can have her killed for you. Oh, is that right? Yeah, $15,000. Oh, is that all?
I got it in my bedroom.
You got that?
Think I trust banks?
Yeah, right. You got that in your bedroom? And so he goes to see the guy. He's like, I got 2 murders for you. And I pocketed the other 5. And he goes, oh, I met a woman actually, and I'm going to get married. And he goes, what? Yeah, I'm not doing this anymore.
I'm out, brah.
You sound pussy whipped. And he goes, I am, and I like it.
Yeah.
And you'd think that this guy would get it because he too is now smitten.
Yeah.
For the first time, because he didn't marry his wife for love.
He's outraged.
He didn't want to be alone originally. So the guy goes, well, here's the suit, man. Do it if you want. So he fucking goes and kills the guy's mom.
But maybe just kill that guy and take all the money hidden in his bedroom?
Absolutely. Go in and smash them both with a brick and then take the money and then just set the house on fire.
Why are you bricking him? He's knifing everybody.
Well, that changed the MO.
Yeah. FBI shows up because he killed one man. Oh, fuck. Something's out of control over there.
His brain seepage just opened up, officer. That's his brick. I don't know. His house is on fire, for God's sake. And so then he kills the mom, and then he goes to kill his boss. But it turns out she's a regular old Chuck Norris.
Yep.
And just beats his anus. Death punch, boom, and he dies.
The eyes of the
And
ranger
she pulls off the mask.
are upon you.
She's just like...
And he straight dead.
Yeah, in his tuxedo. Because he proposed to that chick, and she goes...
You said we couldn't get married till I gave you a ring, so I...
God, I was joking. I could never marry you. I thought you were kidding, too.
I don't want to marry you.
You make me sick to my stomach.
I don't find you attractive at all.
No, you make me poop out of my mouth.
I just have to do this.
I was only with you so that we could get close to your friend Paul.
So then I'm thinking, what does that mean? So at the same time, Robert Longstreet's having his party to celebrate the deal. The blog brother bursts in. He's drunk, disheveled, and he gives a speech about capitalism. They try to put women on him and give him wieners, and he just ain't having it. And he leaves, and the senator's like, fuck that guy. That guy's a cuck and a half, you know? This is America. Ow! You know?
Damn, dude. I felt the eagle force inside you.
But the party stalled because there's no wieners, actually, at this point.
Kelly, what are the weenies? I'm about to eat my own dick.
They're on their way, Paul.
But then the wieners show up, and everybody's eating on them wieners. He's got a Mexican son, the senator.
Oh, yeah.
First thing I did was I impregnated a Mexican. It's on my list. All right. You know? So everybody's eating wieners, and then everybody dies. Robert Longstreet's pooping. He comes out, and he goes,
What the fuck is this?
It's just a game. Guess who's up next?
Have we fucked?
No.
We're sure.
wieners. Oh, and he eats one. And he starts...
These are fucking poison, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
You miserable fucking cunt.
And he dies.
Yep.
And it's Bra, I think. And they call, and then the lady gets like a real actor moment where she's weeping on the phone, 911, and then as soon as she hangs up, she turns the weeping into laughing like they do.
Mm-hmm.
And she has an impromptu line where she's like, "Good job!" And they all walk out.
Yeah.
Because that's how Bra rolls. And then the credits roll. And then the credits stop.
Right.
And another, I think it's a different lady.
Yeah, we haven't seen her yet.
Right. She's like, hey, I'm heading up Bra. They captured the minister who was on the commercials or whatever he was doing.
Is that the guy that's tied up?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And they're like, you are a bad dude. And,
you've been bad.
You know, so I got this big guy out here.
Is he naked?
No, he's in his tighties, but he's tied up as if he's crucified to the bed. And the big guy is the smash face.
Denty head.
And he goes, I stopped doing that other thing. I'm just branching out to do this now. And she goes, he's going to beat your face in. And then he's going to sodomize you. And then he's going to light you on fire or something, maybe. And he goes, can I talk to you? And I knew that was coming up because he goes, I'm not going to sodomize him. She goes, well, what are you, a fucking pussy? I don't know. I'm not going to, I don't want to do that. But you'll cut off his dick? Yeah, I guess. You know, and then she goes back in like, all right, he's a homophobe too, apparently. So he's just going to smash you and then he's going to cut your wiener off. And he goes, oh, actually, one more thing. You mentioned a revolution. I'm not a part of that. You know, and she's like, dude, whatever. and then it ends officially.
Yeah. I kind of like Denty head.
And not only did it end, the disc set off a mini nuclear explosion in my Xbox.
What do you mean?
The movie. It was like, all right, 2 people have watched this now. And it just...
That's the DRM or what?
I have radiation poisoning.
Oh, wow.
By the way.
I'm sorry.
It's, well, you know, you will be.
So you like this movie a lot?
It's quite possibly one of the best movies ever made.
Right. I was thinking I should make copies of it, and I'm going to sell this house so that I can fly around and drop DVDs out of the airplane.
Yeah, just don't use a helicopter.
Oh, because it'll suck the DVDs up into the blades.
And then he just got shrapnel flying everywhere.
Do you kind of like Denty Head?
Honestly, I thought he was quite natural and really good.
He's very funny in that last terrible scene.
Absolutely.
That's both the bookends are awful, but he's pretty funny in that last scene. I thought he was very good.
Yeah, man, if that was scripted, I'd be surprised because it felt so natural.
Can I tell you that I was so upset when there was an extra scene? I thought that I had escaped and it was over. And I had accidentally fast forwarded with my Xbox controller because this wouldn't play on the DVD drive I specifically bought to play these fucking Longstreet DVDs.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
What? I haven't seen this part.
Well, it's funny because the credits really aren't that long. I didn't even have time to think about fast forwarding them before it dropped me into that scene. And that scene is quite long.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes.
So at first I'm like, well, oh wait, were there credits? I must have been, this is the movie still, right? Because it's only 80 minutes long.
Yeah.
No, it is the post credits, and then it just ends with simian pictures or whatever.
I think it's like 71 minutes is when it ends and the credits start. And the credits go for like, 2 minutes maybe? And then you get 5 more minutes of scene.
Well, and Robert Longstreet also is credited as part of the casting department as well. So he apparently brought some of these fuckers in.
I mean, with Ding-a-ling-LESS, he was an editor.
Sure.
He helped edit that. He did something else too. Maybe he was working casting with that too.
Catering.
I mean, it seems he definitely gets his hands in everything.
Well, and in these productions, I mean, yeah, you see a lot of the same folks revolving around this North Carolina bit.
All hands on deck, bro.
Mm-hmm. And it really does seem like passion. I will give them that.
I would like to talk about Robert for a moment.
Okay.
It's interesting watching him basically be the lead, and he's so much better than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
The movie's a stinker. His performance is pretty great. He's like pretty good as that prickish guy.
Yeah.
He's relatively funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's natural. I don't know. He's quite
magnetic.
Like
right?
He knows what he's doing. And he's just good. I have yet to see him be bad at anything.
No, and I think these 3 movies, more so the other 2, are a good showcase for him. I don't know if he's great in my eyes for carrying a film, but he's just like that extra spice that every now and again you take a bite and that's got that cumin in there, you know?
Thank you, character actor Robert Longstreet.
Mm-hmm.
You are good.
Yeah, I'm glad this run is coming to an end, but
yeah, this has been kind of a hard one. It's very similar to the Rhoda Mitchell run, right?
I was thinking that because I didn't want you to feel bad that we were watching these and that you picked Robert Longstreet. But I feel like my reaction maybe to this run is the same as yours to Rhoda's run.
Yeah.
Where it's like you like them, but the movies.
Yeah.
Unfortunately in this one, we get like he's just a voice in one. He's great in Undertow, but he's barely in it.
Yeah. God, and Rhoda's movies all had like kind of budgets behind them in comparison to Robert's.
Mm-hmm.
Bizarre.
Yeah. But that's what this podcast is all about.
Yeah.
Anybody can watch RoboCop. We go deeper than that. We go men and women, women and men too. Peter, well, is he in there?
We go Cowboys and Angels.
We do.
Arena Brains.
Oh, Callie was watching an episode of Miss Maisel. Is that what it's called?
Marvelous Miss Maisel?
Yeah. And there's a scene in the more recent episode where Alex Borstein is somehow on the hook with like mob guys or something. And one of them is the dude from the week that girl died. Or that girl died that week or whatever.
The week that girl died.
The guy who's on and off again in the affair. He keeps coming to her house.
Oh, yeah. That guy.
I forget this.
I think he was on like Third Watch.
Yeah, he's older on here now, of course, but I was like, oh shit, there's that guy.
You like him?
Not really.
He's okay.
He's, Italian knucklehead kind of character actor. You need a guy who's Italian and a knucklehead. It's just as good as any other.
But back to the pigs.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Onur Tukel? Onur Tukel. I don't know why.
Onur Tukel?
I don't know why my brain wants to put that R in there.
Because it seems like it should be.
Yeah.
I don't know any Tukels. I mean, I knew that the Tukels from Cambridge. That family was, ingrained in that community. But outside of that, I don't know. An Onur was an interesting first name. Is he from like Serbia or something?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
I admire this guy. I respect him.
Good.
I'm interested.
One of us has to.
I don't like the pigs. I did like Ding-a-ling-LESS. He does seem to have this drive and is able to make these movies. I think that's something to be respected and proud of.
I feel like maybe it was just the time, the WWE Attitude Era, where some of the dialogue is a little too bawdy and on the nose.
Yeah.
Like Ding-a-ling-LESS starts off just like, ugh, this.
I liked that. I thought this was going to be more fun than it was. It's pretty much devoid of fun.
So who are the pigs in here?
Well, I mean,
the men? Are
the
they
men,
the pigs?
Right? They're the pigs.
I guess.
The pigs must be slaughtered after what they've done to the women.
But that's not why they kill them, the men.
Why do they kill the men?
To save the forest. Because they're bras.
Oh, funny. It wasn't even vengeance.
I don't think so.
Oh, no. You're right.
Because they're like, yeah, these chicks will do anything to, do the right environmental thing or whatever.
4.
The movie?
Yeah, 4.
Okay. I'll go with a 3. It's no VHS 96, but 96 or 99?
There is a 96, but we watched 99.
99, yeah. What do you give Robert?
I mean, I'll give him like a 7. I like Robert. He does a good job. I hate the movie, but
yeah.
I mean, he's owning that role. He's good.
Yeah, there's one scene, the nutsack scene, where he gets a little nuance. When the guy's like, well, why'd you get married, man? Well, I was in love, and he's like, what? But he's not playing a dick about it. It's just a natural kind of guy hanging around in his flamboyant underwear chat.
Yeah,
I give him a 6.5.
He's got some depth to his eyes when he's acting. Like he's in it. You can sense that he's living that person.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
It's very good.
And then he can go back to telling himself he's a piece of shit while he's filming Midnight Mass.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit. You're garbage.
Yeah. I heard he was cutting himself while he played that role.
I heard he was slipping pretzels up his pee hole one by one until the blood starts and then he stops.
Man, that's full method.
Yep.
That's Tom Cruise territory right there.
You say, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's the pigs, man. Fuck it.
Anybody want to buy my DVD? I'll sell it to you for $200,000.
$200,001 if you want it signed.
By me?
Whatever. Just sign it.
Tell us whose name you want on there, and we will get the autograph for you.
Mm-hmm.
Could you sense the quotations around that?
We'll need a good faith down payment, though, to know that you're serious about it. We do 70% of it, but you gotta...
And filmographies. Okay, so you can find us on Instagram, YouTube, Reddit, Facebook. We doing filmographies. Twitter. Retwitter.
Retitter.
You can...
Retitter?
You could retitter us at DoFilmographies. Email us at wedoingfilmographies@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, this is the most important thing.
Yeah.
You should pick up your fucking phone.
Yep.
Type in 763-634-1897. Call me.
Where does that go? Is it a landline?
No, it's an internet.
Did you buy it? Oh, okay.
It's an internet thing.
Okay.
It gets forwarded to my phone, I think.
I was like...
But I don't answer phone calls.
You get a landline? An answering machine?
God, wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
Oh, a horrible waste of money. 763-634-1897. Tell me about what Robert Longstreet thing you saw last. Was it the Midnight Club? Are you in the future? Was it the fall of the House of Usher? All right. Next week, Great World of Sound.
Oh, Great World of Sound.
Pat Healy.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Longstreet.
And what is his name? Keeney
Holiday?
Keeney Holiday?
Yeah.
Keeney or Kenny? Keen? Because of Gene?
Ooh. We'll see you next week. We've been doing filmographies.
Yep. He was Jason.
And that was Jules over there. It's cold in my basement. He's wearing a blanket.
I am.
Bye. How long?
43:49.
Cut it down to 10.
We Doing Filmographies is proud to be a part of the Now Playing Network. Find other great podcasts at nowplayingnetwork.net.